Thank you very much, sir. And I think I will just continue when Professor Zoe talk. I've done the presentation on behalf of the minister, I've done everything necessary. I will just continue to read the minister's address. That was the address to stand on the listen to the question. Thank you. This is the minister's speech. These have been directed to read. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the opening ceremony of this all-stakeholder summit on repositioning the qualities of education system for improved efficiency and effectiveness. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am very pleased to witness this historic church-bearing moment that has created a meeting of erudite academics of great repute to reflect on, discuss, and review issues pertaining to the status of the COEASU, contemporary challenges, positive innovation, dynamics and progress with a view to positioning teacher education within the context of the qualities of education system. Since the inception of COEASU in Nigeria, with the establishment of the foremost institutions in the early 1960s, the system has grown over time with the establishment of over 158 functional colleges of education by the federal, state, and private operators, so as to increase access and subscription. There is no gainsaying that the uncertainties and dynamics of changing times negatively and progressively impacted significantly on the system, thereby generating concerns on how we can ensure global competitiveness in the delivery of the philosophy and mandate of establishing the institution. The outcomes of deliberations during this auspicious summit will hopefully provide solutions to the numerous challenges confronting the sector. It is my belief that this conference will seek to deliberate on topical issues like governance, curriculum and policy assurance, funding subscription to the COE system, and the reality of the inevitability of research and development R&D in the advancement of teacher education. Many efforts at repositioning the sector for better service delivery have been contemplated and experimented, though the challenges appear unmitigated and laced with debilitating complexity. Interestingly, COEASU has by this initiative opened a new vista for a paradigm shift that has potential for developing institutional and end-user sustainable solutions to the challenges of the sector. The colleges of education were established to produce teachers for the basic education sector after completing their rigorous training. It is the fact that teaching profession is a crucial and major driver of the education process in any society. Therefore, the future of our nation lies squarely in the hands of our teachers. The teaching profession, which is the foundation of all education, is directly and indirectly the most important instrument for articulating and attaining national development. Subsequently, the knowledge, expertise, competence, and commitment of teachers will determine the quality of the product of our schools and their contribution to the education system. As the national policy on education advances, no educational system can rise above the quality of its teachers. Hence, the need for urgent intervention to redeem the image and status of teachers in Nigeria. The present administration has initiated several policies in favor of the sector and granted recognition of the contributions of students and teachers in the education sector. The President, in his 2020 World Teachers' Day speech, approved the following incentives for teachers: approval of 55 years retirement age, increase in years of service from 35 to 40, award of a special salary scale and provision of moral policing, and science teachers and peculiar allowances for teachers. Strategies to redress the situation and promote economic prosperity and sustainable national development include: 1. Attracting high flyers into the teaching profession. We are introducing bursary awards to education students in the universities and colleges of education. Improving teacher quality through training and retraining. Take funds to fund teacher practice in colleges of education and universities. Enhance entry points for teachers in the civil service. Special salary scale for teachers in basic and secondary school TSS. Special teacher pension scheme. Create a career path policy for teaching profession in Nigeria and teacher conversion program and ICT. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, while I wish you a productive brainstorming session with due cognizance of the reality of the time, it is my hope that your contributions, as shall be reflected in the result of this 3-day stakeholder summit, will be an important driver to the much-desired development and progress that will stabilize not just the COEs of the sector, but the entire educational system in the country. Hence, the target of this summit is apt and meets the critical needs of the hour and suitably proactive in modeling the system and the intervening variables in line with best practices around the world. It is a known fact that the existing policy, provision, and evangelization interventions in the education system are through statutory budgetary allocation, super outlets, the tertiary education trust fund, grants, and other sources. Government will continue to provide maximum support for the sector. The projection and existing national teacher education roadmap for the subsector was significantly interrupted by the long period of lockdown due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Given the unfortunate situation posed by the pandemic, the demand of the teaching and learning environment is experiencing unprecedented scales of extreme complexities requiring a carefully articulated engineering expertise. Thus, the need for our teachers and COEs to think outside the box and embrace the ICT platform in teaching and learning. The pandemic has changed the way things are done and goals achieved. Teachers should not be left behind. Consequently, the outcome of this well-thought-out summit will hopefully generate a report with the expected clarity of focus and propose a customized hybrid roadmap and action plan for qualitative teacher development and sustainability within the COE system. I urge that your deliberations should specifically isolate and get the contributions of corruption as it affects all aspects of the teacher education subsector and recommend concrete strategies for eliminating or mitigating the effects on the system. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is imperative that we have a robust implementation framework for the training, development, and career progression of all those who subscribe to this critically determinant system. Once again, I would like to thank you all for thinking in this direction and preparing for such a wonderful session. I wish you a fruitful dedication. I hereby declare the subject open. Thank you.